Ah, spring, you delightful temptress, with your beautiful flowers, blue skies, bumblebees. Eh? What's this? It's not Gardener's World. It's pissed and broke, and we've got to get the cars ready for spring. So let's get down to the garage fast. So Lofty, I give all my cars names ever since my very first little Mini, which was in the sponsor clip at the start, which was called Ugu. I've been fortunate enough to have some lovely old cars, but all of them needed stuff being done to them. With this Jag, I convinced my wife, who grew up on a dose of BMWs and Audis, that owning a British car wouldn't be problematical. She'd seen too many Top Gear episodes to disbelieve me. So I scoured the country for this car and assured her that it was a great one, with a careful owner. And within about 2 months of owning him, his timing belt tensioner had snapped and I had a major engine bill. But touch wood, touching so much wood, I own a forest. I've got shares in an oak forest. The amount of wood that I keep touching, we've been quite good. I think everything that can break has been replaced. So I enjoyed last year some great times. We went down to Bavaria and everywhere. I also took Lofty over to England for the centenary at Brooklands, which was a great road trip. I'm looking forward to doing many road trips this year in the Jag and also in Dotty. Okay, so we've unveiled Lofty. It wasn't quite Earl's Court Motor Show, but it was fun pretending to be a model for a little bit. Don't think I'll give up the day job quite yet. So before I put Lofty away in winter storage at the end of October, I gave him a full service. Big shout out to my mechanic, Thomas at Strath's Classics. He did a full fluid check, checked the ignition cables, went through the car from front to back, just checking a few things, mainly so we could make a to-do list to plan over the winter, things that we needed to consider in the first months of 2025 in preparation for the main 30-year service check. But anyway, we're going to go over now and just go through Lofty, making sure that everything's ready so when we turn him over, we won't have any problems. As I said before, we put Lofty through a major service, did a fluid check. Not expecting any surprises here, but want to make sure that all the lovely new fluids that I put in him before we went into winter are still there. So just going to go around. It's important just to check that fluids are okay. Everything's okay on the dipstick. We've got all the correct levels. Whilst I'm doing this as well, it's a good opportunity to just check that there aren't any chafing pipes, any leaks. Also, if we've had any little creatures climb up in to make their winter home inside my engine bay, because here in Germany the winters do get cold and we have a huge problem with marders. They're kind of like a stoaty, weaselly, little swiney things, and they tend to love to climb into cars and feast on your wiring. Okay, I had a new supercharger belt put in and fan belt last summer, and I'm just checking here that there's no adverse play. Again, just looking for any signs of potential trouble when I start up the car for the first time. But everything does seem to be okay. Like I said, I did do a full pre-winter storage check, but that was before wood started piston broke. Okay, Coming down here, I inflated the tyres. Just doing a quick visual inspection of the brake discs. Again, looking for any sort of signs of caliper leaking around the hoses. Anything, sorry about the blur there. Anything leaking around here. The yellow here is wax oil. The boots and gates look good. No adverse sign of problems. For a nearly 30-year-old car, okay, battery is primed, lights are on, ignition is in. Let's see. Okay. Let's try to start up. Try again. Take two.
Go. Have to reset the battery. Jump pack.
Okay. Take two. There. Just going to let Lofty warm up a little bit there. Keep an eye for any drips or squeaks or anything. And then we'll be ready to go for a short drive. Probably go out just to sort of 3 or 4 miles, just around, stay close to home, where there's lots of opportunities where I can stop if I need to stop, and I'm not too far away if I have to run back and get my tools. But I think for a first start-up for a new year, at 30 years old, I'm pretty proud.